What's up, YouTube? What's up, y'all? My name is Shabi Bright Jones, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, so today we're going to do a tutorial on how to create a sports flyer. Yes, so today these are the images, these are the resources that we're going to use. Yes, we're going to design a sports flyer with these images. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with the background, and there's this new thing that I'm starting, and it's called turbo background. Yeah, turbo. Basically it's all about me creating a background within how do you call it, seconds. So today I don't really know the kind of seconds that I'm going to use to create the background, but I'm just going to give myself 30 seconds. Yes, I'm going to give myself 30 seconds. So this is the first time I'm doing this actually, so I'm just hoping it's going to go well, and yeah, no pressure at all. Okay, so 3 2 1, let's start. Oh no, hold up, I didn't start my countdown here. Yeah, oh Charlie, let me start my countdown here. Okay, so 30 seconds for the background. So yeah, 3 2 1, let's go. Okay, so first of all, we're going to create a rectangular shape on our workspace. Then I'm going to head straight into the gradient overlay, and I'm going to choose a gradient set. This is the gradient I'm going to use, and I mean, I'm working with 30 seconds here, so I have to work with everything that comes my path. Then I'm going to choose these colors as my gradient. Then guys, the 30 seconds is almost up. Oh Charlie, I didn't even do anything. Oh, slow. Well, I think I managed to get the gradient done within 30 seconds. Yes, but then it's also a background, so I don't know. Okay, so first of all, we've done with the background, with the gradient and everything. I'm going with this red because you guys know I love red. Then I am bringing in this splash image. It is sort of like a PNG. It's a PNG actually, but then it has this kind of brush type of thing. I'm just going to use it to add some few detail to the background. So I'm going to set this to overlay. Yes, and I'm going to scale it up a little bit and enter for this. Nice, very nice. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I have a field, a football stadium's image here, and I'm going to load that into the workspace, and also this one. I'm going to add a few adjustments to it as well. So I scale it up like this. Then I'm going to clean the upper part because you don't want the upper part of it. So just open up the eraser like this, and just clean the upper part, just like so. Now I'm going to make sure it's going to fill the lower part of the workspace, just like this. Then I'm going to set that to overlay as well, just like so. Very simple. Then after that, we're going to bring in the images. Yeah, so I mean, we are done with the background right now. I was supposed to get this done in 30 seconds. I mean, I could have done it, but I don't know. Let me save this first, because where I am right now, these people are not going to give you a chance to save anything. So let me just save sports flyer real quick, just like so. Tef, enter. Okay, so we're going to bring in the images, and image number 1, we have one of the football players. This one is American football. I don't know how they call it. Is it rugby? Yes, RUGBY. Yeah, that's what they call it. So this player is a different player from the other player I'm going to add. So this is what we're going to do. We don't want the lower part of the image, so we just want the reddish part from where the red jersey starts from. So I'm just going to rasterize this real quick. Then I'm going to cut away all the whites. Then we're going to be left with just this. Yes, this is what we're going to be left with. And you see, I worked with my rulers here. You see, my rulers are in place. Yeah, so we're going to work with the rulers real quick. So now I think there are some stuffs here. Let me show you guys something. When you're about to work with an image and you want to really have the image working for you, you should check around the image to see if there are any dust or like anything that is going to distract you, because right now this is just the image, but when you look at the selection here, it is occupying almost a lot of the space. We don't want that. Yes, so you're just going to hold control and click on a thumbnail here. Then we're going to have the selection done. Then click on Shift Control plus I to invert the selection, meaning anything outside the selection is going to be deleted. Then you just click on backspace just like so, and now I think this one is going to be a stubborn one, because the procedure that we just did was supposed to eliminate everything outside the selection, but then it didn't work that way. So let's just work with this. Okay, so now we're going to make sure this image is big enough and right in the center of our workspace. And when you look at the football that he's holding, there's this line here, and we need to align this with the ruler and make sure his head is also aligning with the ruler. That is the thing that comes with these type of alignments. And when you look at the image very closely, you see the right, I don't know, it's his left, our right. His right, his right shoulder is much bigger than the left one. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to enter liquify real quick. So filter and liquify, and we're going to reduce that big shoulder and make sure we have what we want to work with. Okay, so let me just zoom in real quick, and now we're going to use the first tool in the liquify plugin. Yes, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to select and drag, hold and drag like this. We are just trying to reduce the size of the shoulder, because the shoulder is very big. Then we are going to make sure the head is aligning with the football, so that when we click on OK and it comes back into the workspace, it is going to align with the football and the ruler. So I'm holding all the head right now. I've clicked and hold, so I'm just going to shift to the right a little bit, just like so. So I'm just hoping it's going to work when you click OK. So now we're done. Let me just click OK and see what we've done here. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Now we have a reduced shoulder, and also the helmet is almost in the middle, so we're just going to take it like that. Or if you don't want to take it like that, we can just do some few adjustments here, and this guy in the selection panel, and I think, yeah, this will do. Let's just work with this. Okay, so the first image is done. What I am going to do next is I'm going to try to clean the lower part of the image, because you're going to bring in another image and you don't want this looking very sharp like that. So let me just clean the lower part just like this. Not much, something that we can work with. Yes, this is very cool. Now I'm going to bring in the second image, and this is the second image. Yes, this is the second image. So this image is going to be very little, not much little, but something like this. This is the whole idea behind the football flyer, like the sports flyer that we are creating. You need 2 or 3 images that correspond with the artwork that you want to create. So for this one, let's say the brand, the football team manager sent you like all the images that you need for the artwork. You just select the ones that you need, the ones that you want to use, and you're good to go. So for this one, we're going to erase the green part here. We don't want it, we just want the player only. So I'm just going to rasterize real quick, then erase all this part out of it real quick. So let me just okay guys, so we've removed the green parts from the image and we're good now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add shadows so that it looks like he's standing. So I'm going to create a new layer under the image. You see, this is the image and this is the new layer. Then I'm going to select black, because black is what we want to use for the shadows. Then I'm going to save, because where I am at right now. Yes, so we're going to click once under the right shoe, then click on the transform panels and transform this in a way that is going to help us show that the football player is standing. So after we're done with this, we're just going to duplicate and set it at the left foot, and also duplicate again and set it under the football, because the football too was on the pitch. So this is what we wanted to do, and it's very simple. Now let us move to a few effects before we add text, and we're good to go. Okay, so I'm having this feeling that the background is the upper part of the background is very reddish, so I'm entering the gradient overlay again. And besides, at that time I was doing the turbo background thing, so I mean there was too much of pressure on me. So yes, something like this, yes, and we're good to go. Okay, so let me lock it back again. Now let us work on the big image. I'm just going to add some few effects. So new layer, then I'm going to select red because we are working with the red theme. Then I select the brush, click once here, then set the blend mode to screen. Yes, screen, and after that duplicate to the other side too, and yes. So after we are done with this, we need to add another set of new layers behind the image, but this time with a different color. So under the image, I'm going to create another new layer. Then I'm going to select the white color as my foreground color. Then I'm going to click once at the background here. You see how it is working right there. Yes, just some few adjustments like this. Then I'm going to duplicate and shift it to the left side just like so, and I think it is also working very well, just like this. This is looking very dope. Yes, so now after we are done with this, I mean I haven't even added any effect to the images yet. I'm yet to do that, but then I'll make sure to do that. So now to the little image here, or to the small image here, we're going to bring in this PNG. It looks more like a glittering type of thing, but I don't know, I mean it is cool, that's why I brought it in. So I'm just going to add some few adjustments to it and change the color to white. The main reason why I'm choosing white is because we are working with red and white, so any other color that comes into this work is going to, even though we can add a different color, but then I'm working with red and white, so I'm just going to go with that. Then after that, the same thing that we did with the big image, we're just going to add some new layers with the red, the red brush. Yes, then we set that to screen like so, reduce the opacity a little bit and duplicate another one to the other side. Yes, this is what we wanted to do. So now that we have this out of the way, I don't think there's anything that we want to do again. Okay, there's one thing that we can do. We can add some hue and saturation effects to make sure that the light behind him is working, but we've done that using the flares, the brushes. So I mean I think it's good. Let me do one example with the big image so you guys can get what I'm trying to say. So we select the big image, then on top of the big image we go to the adjustment layer there, then we select hue and saturation. So after we selected hue and saturation, we're going to make sure the hue and the saturation is applying to only the big image. So Control Alt J to apply only to the big image. So now we've clipped the hue and saturation into the image. Then we're just going to hit on colorize. So now we have just the right thing. You see we have red selected, so the whole image is going to turn red. If we select the hue and turn it to any other thing, it's going to change to the color that it gets to it. But this time around we just want to red, so we're going to choose red. Then when it gets to the saturation, I mean the saturation is okay, and to the lightness we need to add more white. This is what we're going to do. So after we are done with this, we are going to select the white area. You see the hue and saturation, there is white area. Then we're going to click on Control I to invert it. Then select your brush, and then we're going to brush at the edges. This is something we do to show that there's light bouncing off the edges of the image. You see there's these white here, they are very cool, but when you look at the artwork we are surrounded with red, so we need to show that there's red bouncing off the images, you understand? So now let's just start brushing off the edges. I think we should select white, yeah, then we start brushing off the edges. This is how it is done. So it just shows like there is this reddish thing. I'm pretty sure you guys are seeing the effect that is making. Yes, you just brush along the edges like so, not much, just a few to actually show that we are really doing this thing. Yes, and for under the under his arms like this, we can just add something small like this, something small like this. Yes, just to show that he's surrounded by the red and all sorts of things. And on top of his arm like this, we can make the brush a bit bigger, a bit bigger. Hey, this English thing there. Then brush on top of it like this. The main reason why we're making it bigger is because we're going to erase the unwanted area later on. Yeah, so now that we're done, I'm just going to select, I'm going to click on X on my keyboard, and the X automatically turns the black, the white to black. So instead of creating, it's going to erase. So now we're going to erase the unwanted areas just like so from there, and we're going to do the same thing here just like so. So now that we have this out of the way, when you look at the image again, you see that there's red bouncing off the image, and it makes you know that like truly he's surrounded by red. Let me turn it off so you guys can see. This is how it looks like, and this is how it looks like when it's on. Very simple. So now I'm going to lock it. So you can do this most of the time when you're working with your images and you want to do something cool with it. Okay, so now that we are done with this, we are going to proceed and bring in something else. I have the Mercedes-Benz logo here, and you guys should understand. I'm just trying to get something that you guys well understand. So the Mercedes-Benz logo is just, I couldn't get any other logo to do this. That's why I brought in the Mercedes-Benz logo. So with this, I'm just going to leave the bezel in it just like that. I can make it a gradient, a color overlay, just to eliminate the white, the gradient, the bevel in it, something like this. But then I just want to have the feel of the bezel in the Mercedes logo. Okay, so now that we're done, we're going to bring in our text, but let me save first. We're going to select our text, and we're going to write, and we're going to type Mercedes tournament. Yes, Mercedes tournament. So T, then click and just type in Mercedes. Oh no, we have black selected as our color, so let me just choose white. Yes, so caps lock Mercedes on the left side, and just a little bit. Okay, and for you guys to know, this is not the font you are going to use. Let me just choose the font that we're going to use. I have this font here called Playfair. Playfair is a very dope font. I really like using Playfair, and I think it's a bit near to the Mercedes original font, so I don't know, let's just use this for our font. Then I'm going to space it up a little bit just like so. Yeah, we need to get whatever we want to make the artwork look more promising. Then we duplicate to the right side and just type in tournament. So tournament, just like so. And also we need to make sure both of them are aligning on the, oh come on, both of them are aligning on the other side of the Mercedes logo. So like this, I'm just going to drag it down, and we're good to go. Yes, so the next thing to do is, the player is number 27. When you look at the small one here, we have 27 on his shoulders, so the player is number 27. So automatically we're going to type 27 behind the big image. Yes, that is one thing that you should note in sports flyers. Whenever you create the images like this, it is cool, but by the moment you add the text to it, you are good to go. Yeah, that's the thing. So let's just type in 27, and if you guys will remember, I added some spacing to it, so let me just take it out. We don't want the spacing here. Yes, then after that, I'm going to make sure this thing is way big, way big, so that it can really pop off at the back of the big image, something like this. Yes, something like this is very cool. And you know, one thing that I can do to spice this thing up, I can even italize it and make sure that the italics that I'm going to work with is really working with the whole thing. So like after italizing, I'm going to make the selection and rotate it a little bit like this, and then you see, yes, so this thing actually gives it like a more dramatic look to the text. Yes, so now that we're done with this, let us make sure the text is behind the image. So on the keyboard, I'm just using the control and the colons to make sure it is centered behind the image, just like so. So yeah, then after doing this, there's this outline that we can also create. We're just going to duplicate the 27. The 27 is duplicated. Now let me turn off the original one. Then I am going to hit Control and click on the thumbnail here. So we have the 27 selected. Then I'm just going to go to select, go to modify, and contract. Contract simply means we want to bring the selection backwards a little bit. Instead of expanding, we want to contract it a little bit. So I think 10 will do. So just click on OK, and now we've contracted the text, the selection into the middle of the text. I'm pretty sure you guys are getting a lot of tricks from this artwork. So yeah, I'm just going to delete. Let me rasterize this guy first. Now I'm going to delete. Yes, and now we have the outline real quick here. So now I'm going to bring in the original 27 again. Then this time around, I'm going to offset the 27. That's the outline that we worked with. Yes, just a little bit offset. Then not the offset for Migos at the back. Then just reduce the opacity a little bit, and we're good to go. Yes, so next thing we need to do is make sure there's some small shadows bouncing off at the back, just to make the 27 a bit visible, so that we know that the image is in front of the 27. Yes, so new layer, select black as our fore color, and then just some few brushes here, just like so. Then after that, we reduce the opacity way down, and we're good to go. Very simple. Yes, so instead of the 27, we can also write or type the footballer's name. But do you know something? I'm looking at this right now and I'm not really feeling the 27. The main reason why I used this font for the 27 was because it's the same font I used for the Mercedes tournament. But you know something, I have some football fonts here that I can also use. So let me just go through my fonts real quick and see if I can get one that is really going to represent what we're doing right here, because this actually doesn't look like a football font. So give me just a few minutes. Let me go through my fonts and get something. Okay guys, so I settled with Battlefield bold italic, so I'm just going to go with that and click on enter and reduce the scale up a little bit. So I just realized, I think it's the number, is mainly because the number that I use, the 27, just the 27 that I use, is the main reason why it's not working. So I'm going to find a name for the footballer. Let me just give him Harris. Yes, Harris, Harris. So Harris, just like this. So after getting a name, I'm just going to reduce the size of this thing. Yes, so you see there's this thing that we've even done. We have the original 27 at the background and we have the name Harris here, and I think it is very cool. It is very cool thing that we've done here. Yes, unless, oh come on, my unless I'm going to delete the 27, then duplicate this Harris, then type in a proper 27 here, scale it up like so. Then I'm going to rasterize it, make a selection, go to the select, modify and contract, and just delete the middle part, and now we have the 27 in the Battlefield font as well. Very simple and very nice. Yes, so the name we chose is Harris. Yes, so the footballer's name is Harris, and this is very cool. Like, this is very dope. You know what is going to make it very dope? We are going to duplicate the name and give him another name. So let me give him Calvin. Yes, so Calvin Harris. But this time around, this Calvin is going to be very small, and then we're going to position it to the right side or something like this. and we're good to go. We're good to go. I mean, this is very cool. This is very dope. This is very dope. Yes. So there's one thing that I need to do, just one final thing, and we're good to go. I'm going to duplicate the Calvin down here, and I have this autograph font that I mostly use to write names. So let me just select it real quick. His name is Hertine. Yes. So I'm going to type the Calvin Harris with the first letter in uppercase and the second the other name to the first letter in uppercase. So Calvin, starting with the uppercase, then the others in lowercase. So Calvin, then we're going to duplicate like so, and uppercase for H, then Harris, just like this. So now we have the football player's name in the sort of autograph font. Then I'm going to add more italicized field to this name and reduce the size small like this, and we are good to go. Yes. So guys, basically this is what we wanted to create. Wait a moment. I really want to change the font for the Mercedes tournament, but I just realized if I even change the font, the Mercedes is not really going to look more Mercedes. Yes, because it's Mercedes. So what if I make it Mercedes Benz? No, in uppercase. Mercedes Benz tournament. Yes. Oh, come on. Yes, Mercedes Benz tournament. I really want all these things to center in the middle. Why it's looking as if it is not going to work, and I really want it to work for me, because how many releases do I want to see? I want to make sure everything I do is centered in this thing, unless the tournament is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So the Mercedes Benz also has to be 10. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Then let me just remove the NZ. So Mercedes BE like this, or let me just something like this, just because I want them to be in the middle. I want these two guys to really be in the middle, so that my work has this sort of centered alignment to it. Yes, that is the main reason why I'm doing this. So yeah, I think this is dope. I really love the outcome of the work. Yeah, so guys, basically this is how to create a sports flyer. Nothing much, just go about it, just add some few stuffs to it. I mean, just be creative, do your own thing, some few attachments, good quality images and everything, and you're just good to go. Yes, the main reason why I chose red is because I myself, I love red. I'm a red guy. So yeah. So when you look at the thumbnail, it's going to be different, but then this is what we came up with. So guys, that'll be it for the tutorial. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll make sure to see you in the next one. And yes, of course, if you have any question and you want to ask, please ask in the comment section or under my Instagram post. I'm going to post this on Instagram, so it's either under my Instagram post or in the comment section. Okay, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
But maybe there's magic, believe you could have it, and I know